I am having so much trouble deciding what this should look like. I feel like sometimes when you get an idea for a dress, you want it to do everything, and no dress is going to be everything. I feel like I'm trying to squeeze too much into this dress because I really like the fabric. I really like the fabric, and I feel like I have been slowly accumulating all of the beads and the accessories and the ribbons, and these are just like little things I've been buying up for months and months, like even years. Some of this stuff has been sitting in my stash, and I have that kind of, I don't often get this. Normally I'm pretty good about going, yeah, that's perfect, I'll just use it. And for some reason, this one, I think because I've had this idea for this white and gold dress in my head for a really long time, and I've been accumulating this stuff for a really long time, I think I'm feeling quite nervous about actually using it all, cutting into it. I've laid out these things so many times, trying to make these all come together, and they go together. Like, I think they look good together. I just am worried that it's not going to be everything I hope it'll be. And it's never going to be everything I hope it'll be, because no one dress can do everything. But, you know, I kind of want it to be good. I want it to get close. I think my expectations for this dress are too high, and I keep flip-flopping back and forth between how I want it. Do I want it to fit a little looser? Do I want it to be really skin tight? Like, I don't know. I feel like I've been doing mock-ups for this dress for ages. Ages and ages. And I just haven't quite found, nothing's like making my heart sing, you know? Nothing is exactly what I wish it was. Like, I don't know if any of this makes sense. Hopefully you guys who sew know what I mean when you've been saving something for a special purpose and you just get really nervous about actually using it. What I actually need to do, take a step back. I've been looking through my Pinterest board that has like 1,000 images on it, because of course it does. I think what I need to do is take a step back and maybe narrow it down to my favorite things. And I mean, my deadline for this is coming up. I used to hate mood boarding in uni so much. So after agonizing all day about this, I think I'm going to start afresh tomorrow and make a mood board properly. Make a mood, like a real physical mood board, and force myself to be a little bit, you know, almost meditative, I guess, and really sit with what I want this dress to be, so that when I do make it, I'm happy. now, I just need to sit on it for a little while. I do feel better. I do feel clearer in my head about what I'm doing. I think originally what I wanted was for this dress to be a little bit of everything, but what I actually need is, I kind of wanted to have a fake underlayer anyway, so I think I'm going to focus on the base dress for now and leave the kind of more elaborate overdress for the future. Stop trying to kind of make one be-all and end-all dress that's just never going to work out like that, and I'm never going to be happy with if I try and compress everything into this one garment. So I think I'm going to just work on other projects while I can, while I have a little bit of time, not a lot of time, but a little bit of time, and just having the mood board in the room and letting the ideas just kind of simmer away in my mind. I think that's just the way I work best, is if I have like a constant visual reminder of where I'm going, what I want, what the mood I'm trying to evoke is, and the more I stare at it, the more I spend time in the room with it, the closer I'll be able to get to figuring out what that actually looks like in my mind. So I'm going to just let those ideas percolate, and I will come back to mocking up very soon. But for now, I'm just going to stare at my mood board for a while. I think that's version 5 of this pattern, but I also think I am finally ready to start. Or start again. I think I'm finally ready to cut out another toile. I feel more confident in this about what I actually wanted to look like in the end goal. That was my biggest problem before, is I was making toiles, I was making mock-ups that weren't necessarily bad or ill-fitting, but none of them with the dress I wanted, and I didn't know what dress that was. But I've been looking at my mood board for maybe even a few weeks now, just staring at it, thinking, ruminating. I think I'm finally clear on what I want. Like I said, I think I'm going to split this dress into 2 and just focus on the kirtle-ish. Again, this isn't meant to be any kind of historically accurate. It's more Pre-Raphaelite inspired than actual medieval inspired. So really, I'm not going for a medieval kirtle look, but I do want something that evokes that kind of romantic painting feeling. And I think that way I can make my sort of white and gold fitted dress that I want, but I can also make the other version of this outfit, which is a much more kind of luxurious draped overlayer. So I think I will leave that overlayer for now and just focus on getting this base layer right. And I think I finally have a pattern that's going to get me there. So I'm going to cut this out and I'm going to do one more mock-up. Fingers crossed, one more mock-up. And then hopefully start on the actual dress. So today, winter is finally hitting. I know what I need this dress to look like now. I finally have a design I'm happy with, and I should have made it about 3 months ago. So no time like the present. I'm gonna start. I don't have as much fabric as I would ideally have. I wanted to kind of do a full circle skirt because in the paintings they're just oh, the way the fabric falls, that kind of like weighty, hefty drape that the skirts have, where they just kind of like fall in all of these folds, is so delicious. But I don't have enough for a full circle skirt, so I think I might just be able to squeeze out a 3/4 circle. So I'm gonna lay my fabric out on the ground. It's the only place I have enough room to lay this fabric out. And I'm just gonna start measuring, cutting. I only have scraps. I don't know if you can really see. I only have scraps of the fabric that's going on the sleeves and the neckline and the hem, so I have to also be really, really careful how I cut this. I have to be really careful how I cut pretty much everything on this project. So it's taking a lot of brain power. But I think the only way ahead is just to simply go. We just have to start cutting, start measuring carefully, measuring very carefully. See what we can fit, because this is going to be a lot of, I want this, but I could only have enough fabric to do this. You would never believe I actually just pressed this fabric. Good to know.